Hey guys, welcome to Health 110. I'm your instructor, Billy Strother. I'm looking forward to a great 2020 spring semester with each of you. I'm not sure why you chose to take this course. For some of you, it's a required credit. In fact, I guess that's the case for most of you. Guys, let me tell you, what I like about this course is that it's relevant to life. And so, unlike so many courses that we're forced to take, this one is applicable to everyday living. And so I hope you find that this course is useful and relevant and meaningful to you right where you are right now. Of course, it'll pay dividends as you progress through life, but again, it's stuff that you can start applying and using and need to use immediately. And so I hope you find this course worthwhile. So you'll see the course description here first. Let me get back to the introduction. There's me, my wife Denisha, son Bryson, and daughter Jaden. Um, as I've mentioned in my emails that I've sent to you, I'm a principal. That's my full-time gig, and this here's my side hustle, so to speak. I've been an adjunct professor at Nash and at Edgecombe Community Colleges now for, I guess, about 10 years, and then I've been an educator for over 20 years now. And so just a little bit about me. I hope you guys have taken time to enjoy this beautiful weather over the weekend. In fact, I'm sitting outside now shooting this video and getting ready to watch my Packers play and hopefully move on in the playoffs. All right, enough about me. Let's get right into the heart of things. So, you'll find in this course that I make things pretty routine. So each week you're going to kind of have a similar routine. You'll get to that in a moment, though. I want to really touch base with the course syllabus so you know exactly what you're getting into with this class. Of course, it is a 3-hour course in terms of the number of credits you get. Guys, you got a couple options with your textbook. I encourage you to just do the online copy, but I know some of us want to have that paper, that print textbook in hand. You can get that. It does cost quite a bit more, where you would have everything you need on the digital and online access card. I also suggest that you get them from the bookstore. I know there's other options out there where you could save some money, but you may not get the right resource or the right access code. And you have to have the access code because you're going to want to be able to access your PowerPoints and your labs online. In fact, you'll have a lab each week, so very important that you have that access code. I do make all the labs available. You'll find that you get 14 days of the free trial for My Labs Plus, and so technically, and I'm not encouraging you to do this, but technically you could complete all of your labs for the whole semester within that 14-day free trial period, but you would still want access to your online textbook to help you with your quizzes that you take throughout the semester. All right, I'm not going to read the description to you guys. Take a look at that. Make sure you read through your student learning outcomes so you know exactly what you're getting into with this course. You'll find in this course we cover everything health related. Okay, and so we're talking mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual well-being. It covers a little bit of everything. So it's not one component that controls your wellness, and hopefully you pick up on that and become more intentional about evaluating all areas of your life to contribute to a lifestyle of wellness or a life of wellness. Okay, you see my grading procedures here. We typically don't have unit exams, so that may be a category that we don't use at all. However, that won't hurt you negatively or benefit you. We do a quiz each week, and so I've really cut back on the unit exams, but I left that up there just in case we decide to have a couple unit exams this semester. Honestly, if you look at the syllabus, you see there's not really room for them. There's about 14, 15 chapters for us to cover, and so really that's one per week. So you could almost rule this component out. In fact, you can. I'll say it right now. See the grading scale, of course, standard for the community college. I don't have to go through student conduct that's not an issue. I do want to make sure that attendance is like at the forefront of your mind. That seems to be the one issue that kind of gets people caught up with online classes. Guys, I get it. Life happens, and it's easy to forget a class that's online where you have an assignment due once a week. Please, 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 I encourage you, and you saw my email with kind of keys to success. As soon as we start this course, go ahead and schedule a time for you to work on Health 110 assignments, and just know that every week they're due on Monday by midnight, except for a week where there's a holiday. For example, next week we had the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service, and so obviously there's nothing due that day. So next week's assignment would be due on that Tuesday by midnight. Okay? Also with online classes, if you miss more than 2, I'm required to drop you. And that's actually a Department of Education requirement. That's federal government. So it's not even just a Nash policy. So if you miss more than 2 consecutive weeks, and it says it right here, then you will be dropped. And so basically attendance in the online class is simply that you're submitting the assignments for that week. And I can't emphasize that enough. If you miss this week, you kind of take that L in terms of the attendance. You take that loss, but you still have to make up the work. But then you also don't get credit for the following week unless you do the work for that week. So make sure you stay on top of things, because doing last week's work doesn't get you credit for attending this week. I hope that doesn't confuse you. Just stay on top of it, guys. You'll find I'm very flexible. Again, I know life happens. At least contact me if for some reason you couldn't get your assignments turned in. I do accept late work, but don't make a habit of that. You dig yourself into a hole, and it's much easier if you just work on it week by week. And again, set aside a time each week to knock out the assignments. They shouldn't take you too incredibly much time. Also, you'll find, and I'll get into this later, but with your quizzes, you can use your resources such as your textbook and your PowerPoints on the quizzes. All right. As I said, you'll see in the syllabus, I mean, guys, it's pretty much jam-packed week to week, so we don't really have any wiggle room for anything. You will have at least one quiz, maybe two each week, and then you also have a lab. So there's quite a bit of work to the course, but you'll find that it's meaningful and that you're connected to it, so it makes it easier to do because you have a sense of purpose in it. Okay. And with all of your syllabi at Nash, they should have these links, and so it goes over the college policies. Again, be familiar with those. I'm not going to go through them. All right, so as far as this first week, what we have to do, the very first thing you must do is complete the enrollment verification activity. That's how you stay enrolled in the course. That confirms that you're in here. Otherwise, you would be dropped if that's not completed by the census date. Then you would complete the student online orientation. If you've already done that, you simply upload your certificate. Very important. On every section, click every link, and I'll show you why. We have what we call these check boxes, okay? And so basically what that does is it allows you to monitor your progress, and it allows me to monitor your progress. So as that box fills up green, I believe, at least on my screen it's green. Once it's all the way green, I know you've done every assignment for that particular section, okay? So in every section, please click every link each week. All right, so after you complete the enrollment verification activity, upload your orientation certificate. We've got this Padlet, just a way to get to know each other, okay? And so you just write a quick little blurb about yourself, maybe include a picture so we can put a name with a face. Again, online classes can sometimes seem impersonable, and I don't want that to be the case. I want us to know who we're dealing with, and I want you to know that I'm more than just a person behind a computer, okay? I'm here for you. If you have any questions, concerns about this class, or any assignments that you have, please reach out to me via email. You'll see that I respond pretty quickly. I don't specifically have office hours because I am just an online instructor. I'm not on campus at all. However, if you shoot me an email, you'll always get a response within 24 hours, except over the weekend, of course. All right, so back to the links. You'll find a couple videos in this first section to watch. This link goes over accessing My Labs Plus. Again, you'll need the access code that comes with your textbook, or you could just buy the access code so you have the online textbook. Then you'll complete the first lab. You'll notice on the labs when you get there, and I know I'm going to get a ton of emails about this, so listen carefully. On the labs, I put all of the due dates for the very last day of the semester. Do not wait until then, but I did that so in case you, by chance, forgot to do a lab one week or just overlooked one, then you can go back and make that lab up without me having to reset everything. So really, it's just kind of me being lazy and makes it more convenient for me, but also just gives you the opportunity to have all the labs available to you at one time. So you will always complete the lab that goes along, that correlates with the chapter that we're working on that week. Yes, they all say that they're due May 13th, I think, but that's not the case. Chapter 1 would be due the week that the Chapter 1 quiz and assignments are due. I hope you follow me there. Okay? And then, as I mentioned, the checklist you'll see over here, you'll click on that, and that'll just simply show you all the assignments that you were responsible for, and it would identify if you haven't completed any. But again, even without clicking on it, sorry, forgive me, you'll be able to monitor your own over here. And when it's your own account on Moodle, of course, it would only show your name. It wouldn't have all of the students' names. Forgive me, I didn't go to student view there, and I should have. But for the most part, your screen, in fact, let's take a look at that. Your screen should look a lot like mine here. Alright, typically I won't have a 10-minute video. My videos are usually 3 minutes or less. Obviously, for the purpose of this week, with going over the syllabus and just kind of introducing things to you, it needed to be a little bit longer. But again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. So for this very first week, by next Tuesday, January 21st, your enrollment verification activity should be completed. The student online or student orientation certificate should be uploaded. Click on all the links in this section, as well as this section. Now that's why I didn't do the student view. I was trying to remember why, because in the student view I haven't completed the enrollment verification activity yet, and so this doesn't show up. Okay, but now you get the feel for what your checklist bar would look like as a student. Let me go back to my normal role. All right, you'll do an entry into the Padlet here, introducing yourself just like I did. Watch the videos, access your MyLabs Plus, complete the first assignment, and that's it for this week. So pretty simple week for you. Guys, have a great week. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me, and let's make it a great semester. Take care.